The aliens laughed when they first saw him. To them, he was nothing more than a human soldier standing alone among creatures that had conquered worlds, destroyed civilizations, and survived battles that had lasted for centuries. His name was Captain Ryan Vale. He had been sent to the Galactic Combat Academy as humanity's first official military representative. The academy was filled with thousands of alien warriors from dozens of different species, each one stronger, faster, or more technologically advanced than an ordinary human. The moment Ryan entered the training hall, whispers spread through the crowd. That's the human? He doesn't even have armor. Humans are supposed to be dangerous? Several aliens laughed openly. Ryan heard every word, but he said nothing. He simply walked to the center of the training arena and waited. Then a massive alien warrior named Karen stepped forward. Karen was nearly 8 feet tall, covered in thick metallic scales, and had defeated 12 champions from different worlds. He looked down at Ryan and smiled. "You have come to challenge us?" Ryan calmly shook his head. "No." The aliens laughed even louder. Ryan looked directly at Karen. "I came to show you what happens when you underestimate humanity." The laughter stopped. Karen raised his weapon. The Academy's combat system activated, creating a massive energy barrier around the arena. The first attack came so quickly that most spectators couldn't even see it. Karen's energy blade struck Ryan directly, but Ryan was no longer there. In a single movement, he had stepped behind the alien warrior. Karen turned. Ryan punched him. The sound echoed through the entire arena. The giant alien flew backward and crashed into the energy barrier. Silence filled the academy. Nobody laughed anymore. Karen stood up slowly. Anger filled his eyes. He unleashed his full power. Energy exploded across the arena, but Ryan walked straight through it. The aliens stared in disbelief. Then something strange happened. Blue light began appearing around Ryan's body. His eyes started glowing. The floor beneath his feet cracked. The academy scanners began screaming warnings. Energy level unknown. Unable to calculate. Warning. Biological output exceeding combat limits. The instructors froze. Ryan looked at Karen and said quietly, "You wanted to know why humans are dangerous?" He raised one hand. A massive wave of energy erupted across the arena. Karen's weapon shattered instantly. The alien warrior dropped to one knee. Ryan stopped the attack before it could seriously hurt him. He wasn't there to destroy anyone. He was there to prove a point. Humanity didn't need to be the strongest species in the galaxy. Humans had something far more dangerous. They adapted. They learned. And when pushed far enough, they became something their enemies could never predict. The entire academy stood in silence. The same aliens who had laughed at Ryan only minutes earlier were now watching him with fear and respect. Karen slowly lowered his head. "You could have killed me." Ryan nodded. "Yes." "Then why didn't you?" Ryan turned toward the crowd. "Because we're not here to conquer you." He paused. "We're here to make sure nobody ever thinks humans are easy prey again." For the first time in the Academy's history, every alien warrior stood together in silence. And from that day forward, one sentence became legendary throughout the galaxy. Never underestimate a human soldier. The word spread across the galaxy faster than anyone expected. Never underestimate a human soldier. Within hours, the story of Captain Ryan Vale had reached every major military network in the known systems. But Ryan didn't know any of that. He was standing alone inside the Academy's observation chamber, staring through a massive window at the stars. Behind him, the Academy commander entered quietly. Commander Varek was one of the oldest warriors in the Galactic Alliance. He had fought in more than 50 planetary conflicts, and he had never looked afraid of anyone. Until now. "You hid your abilities," Varek said. Ryan didn't turn around. "I was ordered not to reveal them unless necessary." Varek stepped closer. "Who gave you that order?" Ryan finally turned. "My government." The commander studied him carefully. "Then your government knows what you are capable of?" Ryan nodded. "Not everything." Varek's expression changed. What do you mean? Before Ryan could answer, every light in the chamber suddenly turned red. An emergency alarm echoed throughout the academy. A robotic voice announced, "Warning! Unknown fleet entering Galactic Alliance territory." Varric immediately rushed toward the command console. "How many ships?" The computer responded, "Unknown." Varric's face became pale. "That isn't possible." Ryan looked at the display. Thousands of ships were appearing at the edge of the system. But these weren't ordinary military vessels. They were enormous, dark, completely silent, and every one of them carried the same symbol, a black circle surrounded by 3 red lines. Ryan's expression suddenly changed. Varric noticed. "You recognize that symbol?" Ryan slowly nodded. "Yes." "Who are they?" Ryan looked at the approaching fleet. "The people who trained me." The commander stared at him. "You said humanity wasn't here to conquer the galaxy." Ryan's voice became serious. "We aren't." He looked toward the fleet. "But they are." The academy suddenly shook. A massive explosion erupted somewhere outside the station. Students screamed. Security forces rushed through the corridors. Then the main screen displayed a single message. "We have come for the human." Everyone looked at Ryan. He remained completely calm. Varric stepped beside him. "What do they want with you?" Ryan clenched his fists. "I don't know." Then another message appeared. "You have 10 minutes. Surrender the soldier, or this academy dies." The room fell silent. Thousands of alien students were trapped inside the academy. Ryan looked at Varric. "If I surrender, they leave everyone alive." Varric immediately shook his head. "No." Ryan stared at him. "You don't understand. These people don't negotiate." Varric raised his weapon. "Neither do we." Ryan almost smiled. For the first time since arriving at the academy, he wasn't standing alone. Behind him stood alien warriors who had mocked him only hours earlier. Now they were ready to fight beside him. Karen stepped forward. The massive warrior looked directly at Ryan. "You defeated me." Ryan nodded. Karen tightened his grip on his weapon. "Then teach me how humans fight." Ryan looked around the room. Hundreds of alien warriors were waiting for his command. Outside, the enemy fleet continued moving closer. Ryan took a deep breath. "All right." He walked toward the Academy's main battle deck. "Let's show them what happens when the galaxy underestimates humanity twice." And as the countdown reached 9 minutes, the Academy's entire defense system activated. For the first time in history, humans and aliens prepared to fight together.